Alright, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be doing our second part in the plugin series. So today we're just going to be covering all the regular plugins I use. Just want to formally apologize about the contact one because it was originally supposed to just be all one video, but I kind of underestimated how much I was going to have to cover with the contact libraries, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you guys are cool with that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Make sure you comment down below as often as you can some video ideas for me, because I'm still trying to pump out content until the end of January, so I really need those video ideas. So anything helps. Leave some comments down below. And yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the video. The first one I see here that I'll probably recommend is Alchemy. Alchemy, I mainly use it for pads and stuff, and it's really good. It's really useful. I think really mostly is only useful for pads, but like you'd have to get in there yourself and experience it for yourself to find out if it's useful for other things. But me personally, in my experience, they come in clutch for pads. So for anyone trying to get into sound designing, like making sound banks and stuff, I would actually recommend Analog Lab instead of Omnisphere. I don't know if you guys can see it, but over here to the right, if I click this on any of the presets, it basically opens Pigments 2.0, and that's just another one of the VSTs, but it's integrated into Analog Lab for all of these presets. And I don't know if you see it, but it's an insane amount of knobs and functions in here. Like the designing in here and the things you could do are really like limitless. Beyond that, it has really good sounds in it, just like off rip. And all you really got to do is look up like Analog Lab preset banks online, and you can find a lot of really good free ones and a lot of really good paid ones. Like people be snapping on this plugin. Like this one is crazy. Alright, so the next one is really slept on. I don't know why people don't be using this. It is insane. It's another one of the VSTs from the Turia series, and it is fire. It's called ARP 2600. If you're looking for like really like retro style, like bass lines and stuff, these have the perfect sound you're looking for. But everything in here is kind of packed into that retro style. So if that's what you're looking for, definitely go cop this one. Okay, so next up is Dune 3, another slept on one. This is sort of based on some of the preset banks you get, which is also another thing you could do with this one is just search up Dune 3 preset banks and you get a bunch of banks on here. Me personally, I just mess with the stock sounds and then I just kind of go from there. So this one is mainly for very reverberated sounds. So if you want a lot of spacious sounds that have like a lot of reverb on it, this is going to be your go-to plugin. Okay, so another goated VST, Electra X. This thing is nuts. I tell you, this is, I think probably when it comes to presets, this is probably everybody's go-to. I have a crap ton of presets on here. I'm not even gonna be able to show all of them on here because like when I press on the presets, it goes off the screen. That's how many I got on here, but So if you're looking for vintage sounds that are already processed, you're definitely going to want Mellotron. And it's going to come with a bunch of different instruments, but all just kind of processed with that really same like vintage sound. And it's really rich and almost realistic. So definitely check this out. Okay, you already know what's next up. The GOAT Omnisphere. As overrated as it is, as probably oversaturated as it is, it's still my go-to. You can get presets like I'm using now, or you could go in and just mess with all of these regular presets and make your own stuff up too. So it really just depends on what you got going on. This comes second place to Analog Lab. For me personally, like if I get into more sound designing, I'm definitely gonna be doing it in Analog Lab. Omnisphere is dope, but I just feel like the effects are a little bit outdated in my opinion, and I just feel like things are just a little bit sleeker and more efficient in Analog Lab. So alright, so next up is Philharmonic. I gotta say, this is probably another one of my go-tos for sure, especially for darker melodies. The brass in here is really good. It's been used by like top producers to make some really, really catchy melodies. These are really good sounds, very high quality, very realistic sounding, especially like the piano. A lot of people don't know that this is pretty much like the go-to piano for me, other than Keyscape. It's really good. Okay, so my next one up is SQAO. You're probably looking at this like, what freaking year is this plugin from? Hey, hold up, pump the brakes, okay? Look, it looks old, but it's fire. I'm going to tell you right now, it's fire. It has some of the best retro sounds I've ever used in this thing, and I constantly keep coming back to it. It's not even a lot of sounds in here. And beyond that, it's just like any other, pretty much any other VST where you can just like sound design and save your own presets and make your own banks. I use it in a lot of my melodies. It just has that really nice like mono, lush feel to it, and it's really good. Okay, so second to the last one I'm going to recommend for you guys today is SilentOne. It's definitely one of my go-to synth libraries, and really you can really do anything in here. Once again, this is another one where you can really get into sound designing, learning like the terminology. Everything's here for you, all of these like crazy knobs and stuff. And there's also a lot of banks. Once again, SilentOne has a crap ton of coverage online, so you can literally find a crap ton of SilentOne banks online for free. Go cop those. You can buy paid ones, whatever you want to do, but definitely go cop this. Okay, next up is Arcade, and I mean, does this really need an intro? A lot of people hate on arcade for it being kind of like a cheat code or whatever. I personally don't mind if you use it in moderation and you don't just drag a bunch of arcade samples onto your beat and you gotta be creative with it, then it should be completely fine in my opinion. As you can see, they add new stuff almost every week, like new sound packs and stuff. Me personally, I just go straight to the loop section and I just search what I'm specifically looking for a certain loop I'm trying to make, or most times I'm already making a beat and I just want to fill the kind of like headroom a little bit with some vocals or something like that. Me personally, my favorite is still Distant Voices. I use it all the time and they keep adding new stuff to the Distant Voices pack every like month or so, and yeah, it's really dope. Last up, Expand 2. I mainly use this for pads and bells, and I think sometimes I use it for like a kind of like a middle end like guitar. I think I used it once like that, but mostly I'm using it for pads, bells, and basses. They have some really good synth brass in here and synth basses too. So yeah, if you're looking for any of those type of sounds, nothing super crazy. I wouldn't say it sounds super realistic. Usually when I'm using these ones, they're getting tucked back pretty far in the mix and I have like effects on them and stuff, so it's not really too much to worry about. So with that being said, guys, that is it for this video. Make sure you keep in mind with these type of suggestions, this is not the end and be all of it. There's way more to making loops and making things sound realistic and using good sounds. You can hypothetically start with a bad sound and make it sound really good, but it really just depends on what you're using to process it and how you're using it. So yeah, take that into consideration when you're going now, and maybe take an interest in some of these, and before you buy it, maybe look up some more videos on these. But these are just kind of my suggestions personally for when I'm making loops. Of course, most of these are overly processed with like plugins and stuff, especially ones like Expand 2 that don't sound that good, but all of VST like that needs is just an extra little push from some processing in some sort of plugin, either with a compressor, give it extra grit and bite, or you just need to make it a little mono, something like that, reverb, delay, whatever you need. So just keep that in mind. It's not gonna, like, you know, save your melodies or anything. You still got to make sure you're working on those melodies, but me personally, these are the ones that sound really good to me. So hopefully that made some sort of sense. But yeah, with that being said, guys, that's it for this video. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe if you're new, and with that being said, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.